reminds many of Steve Breston's final year. He'd be hard-pressed to find a more talented trio of seniors than Greg Webster, Darren Walls, and Wes Lyons. And as a class, they say this is the year they'll get it done.
Every senior class tries to do that, but I think this year we have enough great athletes that we can do or accomplish what we have to.
We have more team leadership this year, more senior leadership, and that's what they had back then. So that's what our new slogan this year is back to business. So we'll be back to business this year.
But Novak is careful to avoid comparisons with past teams. Despite their big win over Gateway, he says this team has a ways to go before they can consider themselves one of the best in Woody Hill's history.
It's a long way to Tipperary, and this is just the start of it. We have a good football team coming back, and we're capable of being a very good football team if we work hard and develop it.
Thank you, Brent. If you ask Gateway head coach Terry Smith, he'd say that Woodland Hills has developed plenty. His team gave up 48 points to the Wolverines in last week's loss. Gateway's ninth in 9 tries at the Wolverina. The Gators stumbled early as they committed turnovers on 3 of their first 5 possessions in a game that might have featured more Division I talent than any game in WPIAL history.
You can't make turnovers in a big game like this. I mean, Woodland Hills is the best team in the WPIAL. Hey, we gave them 21, and then they just never looked back. When you play a quality football team, you can't dig a hole like we did tonight. We gave a gallant effort in that second quarter, but then we ran out of gas.
Rebuilding a football program that has had nearly as many head coaches as they've had wins in the last 5 seasons would be a challenge for any coaching staff. But former Pitt standouts Greg Meisner and Bob Jury think they're up to the challenge. The Hempfield Spartans have been the worst Quad A team in the WPIAL over the last 5 years, averaging only 1 win per season. But this year, there is renewed optimism out east.
Winning is nothing but hard work, and it's a habit. And you should expect to win. You should actually, when you put your chin strap on, you step on the field, you should expect to win. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. Every game I expect to get better and better until we get to the point where the kids start believing themselves, believing the program.
The first call Greg Meisner made after landing the Hempfield job was to Bob Jury. The two of them were teammates at Pitt in the glory years of the late 70s. Jury still holds the Pitt record for career interceptions and is the only Panthers defensive back to be named All-American. But for all of his accolades as a player, Jury likens himself to a man of the cloth.
I tell these kids at Hempfield, I'm going to be known to you as a preacher, because I do preach. I preach technique, fundamentals. Like I run around in the backfield, like Greg just said this the other day, because I've never seen anybody. You're on one side of the field, and something happens on this other side, you will running across high-fiving them. But see, that's what we lack here. It's positive reinforcement. You know what I mean? You got to make these kids believe that they can compete.
Competing could be tough this year in the Quad East against the likes of Woodland Hills, Penn Hills, and Penn Trafford. But Jury and Meisner are hoping to instill the same attitude in their team as they had at Pitt.
We're both old school, and we both had great careers at Pitt. And we're just trying to bring back that toughness, that attitude.
Nobody ran the ball in Pitt. And he had that same mindset. So to have 2 of us on the same staff, I know sometimes some of these practices we'd like to put a helmet on ourselves.
Meisner also spent 11 years in the NFL with the Rams and the Chiefs, but he says he doesn't hold that over his kids' heads.
I'll go out there, I'll come out here, I'll demonstrate to the kids what I expect from them. And I told them I never asked them to do anything I wouldn't do myself.
In AAA, Thomas Jefferson has picked up right where they left off last season. The state champion Jaguars have a ton of talent back from last year's squad, and they appear to be ready to meet some lofty expectations. The Jaguar machine, as the players like to call themselves, has been fine-tuned the first 2 weeks. They rolled Bell Vernon 41-0 in week 1 and shut out Blackhawk 35-0 last week. Offensively, their running game has largely carried the load, but their defense is what has people talking.
Our defense has been playing so well. We haven't even given up 100 yards in either of our first 2 games. Barely a couple first downs. They just get to the ball well. We have the size to play up front, to play the run. but we also have the defensive backs that can play the pass. So I think it's tough to game plan us probably.
Here are a few teams off to quick starts. All these teams are 2-0, and these are the combined scores of the respective games. Upper St. Clair, PJ, and West Mifflin have not given up a point. Hampton has only given up 6. Penn Hills has given up a pair of touchdowns. Springdale has outscored their opponents 81-21. Down in Double-A, Greensburg Central Catholic was robbed of its season opener at Duquesne when the referees didn't show up, but you wouldn't have known. You saw them trounce Shady Side Academy in week 2. Legendary coach Muzzy Calissimo says their preparation over the summer has them prepared.
This year we ran them 12 weeks, 3 times a week, and it was the 12 weeks prior to the season starting. So our kids were not looking forward to it, but they got in shape, and we told them, you know, our goal is to get to that field. Greensburg Central Catholic has not won a WPIAL title in football, and we've not won a state title in football, and that is going to be our goal.
We saw the graphic earlier on Springdale's dominance over the first 2 weeks. They're reclaiming their place as one of the top teams in Single A after 2 convincing wins. Folks in Springdale think this team could be as good as the 2003 squad that won the WPIAL title.
We feel we've progressed each week. It's, you know, after the 2 scrimmages, after the 2 exhibition games. We have a very tough one coming up at Apollo Ridge next week, and so, you know, we're going to have to reach another level at that time. We're confident that we can play on the same level with anyone in Class A. There's no question about it. And we have a lot of respect for those other teams that are up there. But certainly we believe if we stay healthy and continue to progress, we have as good a shot as anybody.
You want to see just how good Springdale really is? You can check them out right here on FSN next Thursday night. It's Leechburg at Springdale on McDonald's High School Football Thursday. They don't even think about changing that.
It's been a busy month of August, and starting September here, it's just nice to know that I'm going to be playing hockey every day. And
in 5 counties, and thanks to the MSA Sports Network, we have all the final scores for you below at the bottom of the screen. Now, we will get to our game of the week in just a moment, a game that went to overtime. But first, we're going to show you another contest, a game you can read about in tomorrow's Tribune Review. West Mifflin at Chartiers Valley, and we'll pick you up with second half action. The Titans on the march, and that is Leon Green, a quarterback, calling his own number. A nice run deep into Chartiers Valley territory. On the same drive, Green will call his own number and do a little dance with the Colts defense. West Mifflin led by 2 touchdowns at this point. The sellout crowd in Colts country, as you might imagine, they were stunned. The shock continues as Green gets loose in the secondary once again. The quarterback twists and turns and scores. Char Valley down by 21. Their comeback hopes, well, they kind of fade right here. Actually, it's 14-7 at this point. Then check this out. Looking to come back, Tom Milani with the interception. Char Valley loses to West Mifflin 27-7. Meantime, we've got Moon visiting Peters Township, a non-section game. We want to thank Waynesburg College for these highlights. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. Moon's Casey Williams with the football, and Casey holds it and gets loose. Nice run, but this drive would stall, and they would have to punt. Then Peters Township football now. Tyler Porco, their sophomore quarterback, looking to Rich Castagna down the sidelines. He goes in, and the Peters Township Indians are on the board first. Moon would answer with a 75-yard kickoff return, which would set up Jason Prizzudi's field goal to cut the lead to 7-3. On to the second quarter now, and Porco at quarterback hooking up, looking, and then finally hooking up with A.J. Shearer, but Moon's Justin Fuller with a big hit. Moon also with a big win. This game in overtime, they win 21-14. Okay, we're just getting started with Operation Football. Coming up, highlights from Westmoreland and Washington counties. Plus, we're going to take you to South Fayette, where the Lions opened up their brand new house against South Allegheny. Highlights and scores still to come.
Something that we've been in. Okay, folks.
Why not make a smaller one?
Football time now for our game of the week, and this one went to overtime. You can read about it in tomorrow morning's Pittsburgh Tribune Review. And right now, John Burton has all the highlights of Franklin Regional Pine Richmond. The Pine Richland Rams getting pumped up for tonight's AAA contest against fellow unbeatens, the Franklin Regional Panthers. It's our game of the week. We picked this game up late second quarter. Pine Richland driving. Jake Long, 17 yards to Matt Gray. Rams up 28-21 at the half. Second half, fullback Brendan O'Mahony powers in from 6 yards out. PAT no good. Pine Richland up 34-21. Franklin Regional starts their comeback. Robbie Armstrong, 7-yard touchdown run here. Panthers narrow the gap, 34-28. They would then take the lead. Another touchdown run by Armstrong, this time from a yard out. It makes it 35-34. Now, late fourth quarter, Pine Richland down 42-34. Long scrambles. Hit at the one, he fumbles the ball, but the Rams pounce on it in the end zone for the touchdown. They go for two and make it. It's now 42-all. We go to overtime. In overtime, Franklin Regional getting first crack at it. Brad Phillips, the quarterback, rolling. Hits Mike Schilling for the touchdown. Makes it 49-42. Pine Richland with their possession now. Fourth and goal from the one. Long sneaks it in. It's 49-48. And Claire Ultimus decides to go for two. So here's the two-point conversion play. Long scrambling, gets sacked, and the game is over. Franklin Regional wins it 49-48 in a thriller over Pine Richland. They stay undefeated on the road.
From the heart, you gotta want it. The team that wanted it most won, and we wanted it most, so we won the game. That's all it came down to.
John Burton reporting for Operation Football.
Wow, thanks, JP. What a game. Hey, by the way, the South Fayette cheerleaders, their mascot, and their coach all posing for this photo, and they sent it to our website. You can be part of our show as well. Just send your sideline snapshots to our website at the Pittsburgh Channel, and you might be on Operation Football. Well, Operation Football's tailgate party was live at South Fayette High School at 6. Tonight, they opened a new stadium, a $12 million state-of-the-art structure for the Lions. After more than a year playing away from home, South Fayette got to host a game. The Lions were fired up to take on the South Allegheny Gladiators. How fired up? Well, SA quarterback Nick Zaper was looking for somebody downfield instead. Lewis Cassell picked him off for South Fayette, took it all the way to the house. South Fayette jumps out to a 14-0 first quarter lead, but then suddenly South Allegheny woke up. Zapor knocking on the door, lost the pass. Great catch by Nate Wojciechowski for the touchdown. The Gladiator fans quickly get back into this ball game. Then Zapor again, running a perfect bootleg, going up top to his favorite receiver, Nate Wojciechowski. Touchdown, but South Allegheny would not spoil South Fayette's opening night. The homestanding Lions won 47-26. Now, tomorrow's Tribune Review will have this showdown, Central Catholic against Penn Trafford. And it was a wild crowd in Warrior Country tonight as Penn Trafford hosted the defending state champions. And the defending champs played like champs tonight. The hard running of Dom Tootie, breaking tackles on his way inside the Penn Trafford 5-yard line. A few plays later near the goal line, Andy Vaughn, the quarterback, calls his own number, gets in, and it's a touchdown for the Vikings. Penn Trafford, well, trying to get on the board. Tyler Heater, their all-world quarterback, look at him escape, break away, run away, find his receiver. That's a touchdown, but it was the only TD for PP. Central Catholic wins 20-9. Valley tonight was on the road at Deer Lake, and let's take you out there where the Valley Vikings had the football. Jordan Kozik with the ball about to go in. When he coughs it up at the goal line, Mike Byers recovers, and that's a Valley touchdown. The Vikings by 15. Deer Lake's answer. The Lancers' Bill Briner gets the call and scores from 7 yards out. Deer Lake's down by only 8 points. Valley back on offense. The bomb. Anthony Howell to Tony Clemens, and that's good for a first down. Same drive. Howell rolling, finding Madison Harvey. He takes it inside the 5-yard line, and from there, Tyler Santucci of Valley finishes off the drive. It's Valley winning over Deer Lake 22-7. Well, Operation Football continues in a moment, but don't forget, Sunday night, we've got a brand new show right here on WPAE. It's McDonald's Action Sports Sunday. The Action Sports team will be joined by Mark Madden of ESPN Radio 1250 and the Trib's Joe Bendel to debate the hot sports topics of the day. We'll see you here Sunday night at 11:30. Coverage with action county by county, and we'll start north of the city in Butler County. The Golden Tornadoes hosting the Upper St. Clair Panthers, and these Golden Tornadoes took the field for this battle of unbeatens. The Butler quarterback rolling out, trying to make something happen. Instead, he is picked off by Ramy Nubani. You'll hear that name quite a bit. Nice return there by Nubani. A few plays later, Nubani gets it done near the goal line, powering his way into the end zone for the Upper St. Clair touchdown. Butler fans, still happy, although they're going to be sad after they see this. Check it out. Taylor Everett beats the single defender, walks in for the touchdown, and then to close things out for Upper St. Clair, that Ramy Nubani goes 71 yards for the touchdown. Upper St. Clair a 34-0 winner. Okay, the Antelopes of Avonworth hosting Monaca. And Avonworth fans were very happy to see Operation Football in the house. Always nice to be wanted. But not happy about this. Brett Mazzine at quarterback for Monaca. Downfield to Bobby Fleming. Touchdown, Monaca out in front. The Indians knocking on the door in the next series. Where's the ball? There's the ball. It's in the end zone. Touchdown by Matt Yaria of Monaca. But these Avonworth Antelopes are a tough group. Their antlers not easily knocked off. 4th down and goal. Looks like Monaca's made the stop here. But Al Okinski comes up with the ball and the touchdown, and Avonworth goes on to win 29-19. Let's go to the city now. We've got Brashear and Shenley squaring off, and we are certainly bullish about these highlights from the south side. Shenley on the attack. It's James Cromwell taking the ball into the end zone. Touchdown. They would miss the extra point. It is Shenley by 6, but the spirited Shenley cheerleaders still excited. Brashear battles back. Bill Gilliam getting the call, goes to the end zone. Brashear would miss its extra point. We are tied at 6. Now from there, the defenses took over. Kenny Johnson nailed by the Brashear defense. He fumbles. Shenley, though, would recover the football. Then it was Brashear's turn near the end zone. Going for the touchdown instead, Brandon McLaughlin with the interception, but Brashear would win the football game 24-18. And we've got AA football for you. Washington against the Jeannette Jayhawks, and McKee Stadium got to see one great touchdown run. Jeannette quarterback Terrell Fryer calls his own number, dashing for the end zone, and then leaps at the goal line, good for a touchdown. And that play is worth at least one musical number. Meantime, on the Washington sidelines, a little bit of frustration, which becomes a lot of frustration as Fryer would call his own number again, goes to the corner of the end zone one more time as Jeannette runs past Washington. 24-6 is the final. Okay, we're going to go down to Athens, Ohio now for Pitt and Ohio, a shocker. In overtime, tied at 10, Tyler Palco is picked off for the 2nd time on the night. This one goes the distance for the touchdown. Ohio beats Pitt 16-10. No offensive touchdowns in this game. Dave Wannstedt is 2-0. 0-2, sorry, 0-2, and I have mixed emotions tonight. Obviously, we follow Pitt, and I went to Ohio.
They had an unfair advantage of those 10,000 Thunder sticks.
That's what did it.
I think that's a violation of some league rules.
Next week, we won't have those at the Nebraska.
All right. We'll see how that goes next week. Andrew, thanks.
Quite a night. That's Channel 4 Action News at 11 o'clock. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to watch Channel 4 Action News Saturday morning, beginning at 6 a.m. Have a good night.
This has been a presentation of WPIAL Channel 4, where the new
by the final score of 18-7. Bogdansky had a touchdown run and a touchdown reception. Stefanowicz getting the lone score for the Brentwood Spartans. 18-7, your final. Seton LaSalle improves to 3-0. The Spartans dropped to 0-3. For more in the game, we return you to the scene. Brent Stover and Terry Henry for a wrap-up. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Rob. And 3-0 now the record for the Seton LaSalle Rebels. 18-7 is the final. Brandon Bogdansky with a big night. 167 yards on the ground and more than 100 through the air.
Oh, he was the workhorse tonight, and they just kept going to him. I think they felt that they had to get the ball in his hands, and they did it last year in the WPIAL championship game, too. And you can see here, he had a nice low toss sweep. We're going to see him here in a screen pass. He gets the ball out, stiff arms, brings it up the sideline, great blocking ahead of him.
What makes him so good?
You know what, I think his experience, he's 192. He just does an outstanding job when he gets the football.
So again, the final is 18-7. Bogdansky and quarterback Matt Rogers, very, very good tonight as well, and really able to get it to a lot of different receivers, including his tight end. That's it from Brentwood High School. Rob, back to you.
Guys, thank you very much. High school offenses don't usually have quarterbacks who pile up 5,000 yards in passing. For a team to be able to do that, they have to throw the ball a lot, and their quarterback has to be in a lot of games. Well, that has happened in both instances for South Fayette's Andrew DiDonato. Pat Parrish has more.
On the field, he's a warrior.
Pick it up, keep it up, way to go, keep it up.
Andrew DiDonato has thrown himself into some very exclusive company. His 4,749 career passing yards have him within range of Adam DeMichael's WPIAL record.
A lot of people actually have, brought it up to me saying, Andrew, you're only 2,000 yards away from breaking all-time WPIAL record. And I mean, I realize that, but the main thing I focus on is if I get my team to where we want to go and take us far in the playoffs, and that'll easily take care of itself along with it.
I think he won a WPIAL championship by his name more than that passing record. And in doing that, this whole team will get a WPIAL championship next to their name.
This season is DiDonato's fourth as the Lions starting quarterback. He was handed the job his freshman year.
We knew his ability coming up from 7th and 8th grade. He was a very good quarterback in 7th, 8th grade. He was a man playing with children at that time.
He'll be a freshman again next year when he goes to college, but he's yet to receive a Division I scholarship offer. His size, not his arm, is what's scaring college coaches away.
Especially today, a lot of Division I schools would love their quarterbacks to be 6'3", 6'4". And I mean, I understand I'm just a little bit over 6 foot, so that might hurt me a little. I mean, but I don't worry about it all. I know is I put it into God's hands, he'll take care of me and put me where he wants me.
Pat, thanks very much. Coming up, can this guy really kick his way to a free Hummer H3? Stick around and find out.
Coming up tonight at 10 on Pittsburgh Sports Tonight, the Steelers getting injured starter back in time for the opener. And can the Panthers bounce back against Ohio U? All that and much more tonight at 10 on PST.
The Pirates shake off a tough homestand and head to Cincinnati to face the Reds. And with Craig Wilson back in action, the Buccos hope to grab the spotlight and bring home a win. Pirates, Reds, Friday on FSN Pittsburgh, sponsored by Chrysler. Your Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna hammer, pound, and smash their way to another action-packed season of football. And it all starts now with the official Pittsburgh Steelers medallion collection. Buy the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette this Sunday and receive a free medallion album. There's a place for your favorite players with 25 awesome medallions to collect. Celebrate Steelers football. Get your free album this Sunday only with the coupon in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
Football is more than a game in our town. It's a way of life. From the Pee-wees to the pros, we eat, sleep, and think football 24/7. And speaking of eating, after the game, treat your team to the great taste of McDonald's Quarter Pounder with Cheese Extra Value Meal, or the Double Quarter Pounder with Cheese Extra Value Meal. From our team to yours, all the best this season.
I bought my first car from him 40 years ago.
14 years ago.
4 minutes ago.
I bought a Cadillac.
A Pontiac.
A Hyundai.
A Nissan.
A sandwich. A GMC SUV.
They treated me like a VIP.
Like I was Ben Roethlisberger. They treated me that way, too. In 40 years, there's only one place I've ever gone.
Only one place I'll ever go.
From Robinson to South Hills to Monroeville, no one treats you better than number 1 Cochran.
You cheer every play, every first down, every end zone celebration. You bust your tonsils play after play and scream and shout like you've got a 260-pound linebacker on your tail. Then throw down a cold as ice Coke and get right back at it. Why? Because you can. Because you have to. Coca-Cola Football Town, USA.
The Pittsburgh Tribune Review High School Edition is sponsored by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Have a greater hand in your health.
Big news for the Pittsburgh Penguins and for sports fans here in the Burgh. Sidney Crosby has signed. The Penguins will officially announce it tomorrow at a press conference at 12:30. We will carry it right here live on FSN, hosted by Stan Savran. The normally well-dressed proper students of Seton LaSalle High School took the opportunity to dress down today for a good cause. Students who donated to the relief fund for Hurricane Katrina exchanged their uniforms for green and gold garb. They expected to raise over $3,000 for the relief effort.
Almost seriously, if you looked around the school, maybe 3 or 4 people didn't dress down just because they forgot. Everyone else was completely into it, I'm sure, donated more than just the, cause amount. Everyone really feels like the pain down there, and we just wanted to really help out.
The people down in New Orleans especially need our help, and they're totally destroyed. Their lives are set back decades, and it'll take years and a lot of money. And if we can donate and help, then we're going to do that.
Some excitement in Brentwood, the #1 Cochran halftime kick contest. Brad Schaufstall playing for a brand new Hummer. Kicked for Brentwood back in the day, kicked a 61-yarder, we're told, in high school. Nails the first one easily. The second one from further out. And he's going to nail this one as well. So it's a third kick for the Hummer. You can see that Brad is a straight-on kicker. This is it for the Hummer H3. The kick is on the way. Through the uprights, yes, but no, it comes up just short. It was on target, about 6 inches short. Brad Schaufstall, a great effort tonight in our #1 Cochran halftime kick contest. Programming reminder for you, next Thursday night we'll have Springdale trying to assert its dominance in single A, hosting Leechburg, only here on FSN Pittsburgh on McDonald's High School Football Thursday. Now that you've had your high school football fix, time to stay right here and find out what's coming up next in Pittsburgh sports tonight. We, of course, have some news on the Sidney Crosby signing. Dan Potash and I will also give you an injury update on Deuce Staley and Joey Porter. We'll give you the 4-1-1 on first-round pick Keith Miller, and Pete Gonzalez breaks down tomorrow night's Pitt-Ohio matchup. Thanks very much for watching the Pittsburgh Tribune Review High School edition. Join us next Thursday after the Springdale-Leechburg game. Good night, everybody.
You like to lower your mortgage payments up to 45%?
I can reduce my monthly payments? Tell me how.
Introducing Smart Choice, the new home loan exclusively from Quicken Loans. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, Smart Choice is the answer. Here's an example. A traditional 30-year loan for $200,000 at 6.5% interest would be $1,260 a month. But with Smart Choice, that same loan would be an amazingly low $690 a month. That's a difference of almost $7,000 a year.
That's good news. So what are we waiting for?
Call toll-free now and see how you can lower your monthly mortgage payments. The new Smart Choice loan will lower your monthly payments up to 45%. It's great for refinancing or for purchasing that new home. Gives you monthly payment flexibility, so you can decide to pay just interest or make payments to principal whenever you want. Plus, with Smart Choice, you'll have extra money each month to remodel your home, pay off credit cards, or whatever you need. It's your choice with Smart Choice. Call this number right now while rates are still low and see how you can lower your monthly payments up to 45% and have more money on hand every month.
Reducing my monthly payments would be great.
It's easy to see how Smart Choice can lower your payments by thousands of dollars a year, no matter what your loan amount. Take a look. The difference can be up to $4,000, $6,000, even $16,000 a year. Smart Choice, the new home loan exclusively from Quicken Loans, can work for you, even if you just refinance.
We got all our home loans from Quicken Loans. We'd never go anywhere else.
So if you're refinancing or if you're buying a new home, call this toll-free number now. Or go to QuickenLoans.com and lower your mortgage payments by up to 45%. But don't wait. Take advantage today before rates go up.
Shelter from the Storm, a concert for the Gulf Coast, tomorrow, 8/7 Central.
Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh Sports Tonight alongside Rob King. I'm Danny Potak.
And the Pirates put in some OT against the Diamondbacks. We'll show you what happened. We'll also talk college football with Pitt, Penn State, and West Virginia, and get you ready for the Steelers opener But we begin with some exciting news for some Penguins fans, for all Penguins fans. In fact, Sidney Crosby is expected to sign on the dotted line tomorrow, which means he will be able to come to camp when it opens next week. The players arrive for physicals on Tuesday, hit the ice on Wednesday. Part of what made this deal relatively easy to sign between the Penguins and Crosby, or at least agree upon, is the new CBA. Crosby will get the $850,000 maximum for rookies and the $850,000 bonuses that are also maximum. You have to figure those will be made easily attainable. So Crosby expected to sign officially with the Penguins tomorrow and be on time when camp opens next week.
All right, from hockey to football, and we talked again about 10 days ago. That's when Deuce Staley said he thought he could play in Sunday's season opener against the Titans. Considering how things went for the Steelers' offense during the preseason, you can understand why fans were optimistic that his return would recharge the unit. Well, I could tell you that that's going to happen, but then I would be lying. Today, head coach Bill Cowher downgraded the running back from questionable to doubtful for Sunday's season opener at Heinz Field. Staley, who had knee surgery on August 8th repairing torn meniscus, has not played in any preseason game this summer. Now, the news is much better for linebacker Joey Porter. The 2004 All-Pro, who also had knee surgery last month, has been upgraded from questionable and will start Sunday against the Titans. Like Staley, Porter missed the entire preseason but has practiced with the team over the last few days.
Steve McNair is a very good quarterback under any circumstances, but against the Steelers, he's played like a surefire Hall of Famer. McNair has played in 12 games against the Black and Gold in his career, and he's 9-3. McNair contemplated retirement this offseason, but he opted for sternum surgery. He is back again. New offensive coordinator Norm Chow has designed quick throws and max protect schemes in an effort to keep the pounding on his quarterback to a minimum. But the Steelers know that whether he's in the pocket or on the move, McNair is still a tough guy to bring down.
The biggest thing is tackling him. You know, like I said, Michael Vick and Dante Culpepper and those type of guys are more faster or more elusive than Steve McNair, even though he still can run. But he's a lot stronger than those guys.
He's had a lot of success against us. He's a big guy, and he's hard to bring down to the ground. And he's a great competitor. I mean, all throughout the season when he played through a lot of pain. So, you know, we're just going to go out there and, you know, try to do our best and see what happens on Sunday.
He's a phenomenal athlete, great runner, a big guy, you know, great athlete, great quarterback, can throw the ball all over the field. It's not a throw he can't make. So I've watched him growing up. I always enjoyed watching him. So I'll look forward to seeing him in person for the first time.